Good morning, guys. Hope you had breakfast or at least a glass of milk. If not, quickly have a sip of water right now. Now, today's topic is essay. The agenda for today is I want to just finish this standard. The standard is a small standard, easy standard. If they ask Laddu Madri, you can score 4 or 6 marks in case there is a question on the standard. Yes, now I'm going to enter the standard. Usually, for huge companies, is it possible for a single auditor to have the expertise in all the areas, or for a single auditor to have the manpower to cover all the areas? For companies like Tata, HUL and all of those things, they are extremely big. They'll have operations all over India, correct? Yes, all over India they will have the operations. How is it possible for a single person, maximum he can have 10 articles under him, 10 articles plus one person who is the engagement partner, maybe he has 2-3 managers. How can he cover a huge company, say Tata Chemicals? It is present all over India. How can he do physical verification everywhere? Is it possible for him to send his team everywhere? In that case, if it is not possible for him, what he will do is, listen boss, I will take care of all the southern operations, whatever is there, I will take care. Another auditor, you please take care of all the northern operations. Another person, you please take care of all the eastern operations. Another person, you please take care of all the western operations. In the Madri, 4 auditors will be appointed for the same audit. Ore audit da, but 4 auditors are getting appointed for each geographical location. Are you able to understand? I am splitting the geography into 4. Or 2 auditors, mala fulla ni, keela fulla na. Anyway, as per their wish, as per the size, as per the nature, as per the complexity, they can split it among themselves. Can they split it only based on geography? No. They can split it period-wise also. Financial year has 12 months, correct? You please take care of the first 6 months. I'll take care of the next 6 months. 2 auditors are coming together and doing the same job, but this person will do only for the first 6 months. The next person will do for the other 6 months. So first, I split it based on geographical area. Second, I'm splitting it based on period. Yes. Next, I can do, I will take care of all the assets. You please take care of all the liabilities. I'm splitting it based on assets and liabilities. Income and expenditure. எப்படி வேணா split பண்ணலாம். I can split it however I want. I can also split it based on units. What is splitting based on units mean? Units means, say Tata Motors is there. Tata Motors is a car company selling cars, correct? Yes. What are the cars they all will be selling? Tata Harrier, Tata Nexon, Jaguar is also Tata's, correct? Land Rover is also Tata's. Either I can split it into small and medium segment one auditor and luxury segment another auditor, or each car, Tata Harrier one auditor, Tata Nexon one auditor, Jaguar one auditor, Land Rover one auditor. So based on each unit, I can split it. Units can also mean manufacturing unit. The whole manufacturing unit of one entity I will take care. Of the same entity, they'll have a sales unit, sales office. I will take care of the sales units. So based on units also, units can mean segments or also manufacturing sales unit. Based on units also, it can be split between them. So how many splits did I make? Assets and liabilities, income and expenditure, geographical location, units and period. I made 5 splits. So for these 5 splits, more than one auditor can be appointed. More than one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, unlimited. Standard is not telling any limit. Standard is not telling any limit on this. So can I have 1,000 auditors working? Yes, if you are able to coordinate between yourself, if you are able to follow everything that the standard is saying, then you can. Now, what is the standard saying? Normally, there is a problem of responsibility. If I split it period wise or if I split it assets and liabilities wise, who is responsible for what? You have a question now. Who is responsible for what? If audit work is divided, then no problem. Wherever, whoever it is divided to, that person will be responsible for that division. Correct? But in case it is not divided, in the case it is not divided, say for example, assets irukku, liabilities irukku, I have divided everything. Specifically, I have given fixed assets, current assets, here, capital, reserves and surplus. Every single thing I have told. But there is this word called contingent liability in the notes to accounts, where specifically I have not divided this item. So in the case, if you have left some item, that means you have not divided that item, means all the joint auditors together, they will be responsible. If they have divided, no problem. Whoever you have divided that to, that person only will be responsible for that job. Alright. Now, what did we see for responsibility? If the audit work is divided, then no problem. That work, that auditor. If audit work is not divided, they all have joint responsibility. All the auditors will have joint responsibilities for the work which is not divided. Now, what are all the work for which they will have the joint responsibilities? What are all the work for which they will have the joint responsibilities? One point I already told you. For any work which is not divided, I told you they will be jointly and severally liable. Correct? For any common audit areas, that means what is the difference between these two, the first point and the second point? First point is talking about the work which is not even being divided, which has been missed out. Correct? The second point is talking about the common audit areas. That means when they are dividing itself, they are keeping the third area and saying for this area, two of us will be responsible. Divide பண்ணும்போதே இது common அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. That is called as common audit areas. Sometimes what will happen, one person will come and bring one matter which he found in his audit. All the other people who are doing under joint audit, in case they have accepted to whatever this one person has told, in that case also, everybody will be jointly and severally liable. So, I will give an example for this. They have split it based on period. Four auditors are there. Now, the first auditor, he found that all the cash receipts na sale aayirukku, sale has been made in the form of cash. That means cash has to come in. For all the cash receipts, cash never touched the bank account. Cash never touched the bank account. He found that when he is doing the BRS. So this auditor went and told all the other auditors, listen to me, I did full verification for my period. I did full verification, not sampling basis and all. Fully I verified, 100%, not even a single rupee has touched the bank account. I did it by way of bank reconciliation statement. So, is this a material misstatement? Yes, material misstatement. Yes. Is it pervasive? Does he have sufficient appropriate audit evidence? Now, what opinion should he give in this case? He has to give a adverse opinion. Now, this guy is telling, listen, I found this matter. I am going to give an adverse opinion. You please listen to me. I am sure for this period, if it is there, for all the other periods also, the same problem will be there. Now, what these other auditors will do? Okay, boss, you are also a chartered accountant. I trust you. You have done 100%. So, I will just do 1 or 2 samples. I'll just confirm the matter and I will also give a adverse opinion. Yes. So, a matter is brought by one person who has done the full check and he is coming to all the other auditors and he is telling, listen boss, I found this problem. You please listen to me. I did 100%. I didn't do one sampling. If you want, you check one or two. But please give an adverse opinion. They deserve only a adverse opinion. So matters brought by one and agreed by all, that also they will have a joint responsibilities. எதுக்காக இந்த ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் அப்படி சொல்றான்னா, in the future, because everybody gave an adverse opinion, but imagine actually it came to the bank, but it came in another bank account and this guy was negligent. These three people just did sampling. In the future, these three people should not be saying, listen, only because you told me that you did 100%, I trusted you and now I am in trouble. In a clean report, we have given an adverse opinion. So if one person brings and everybody accepts, automatically everybody will be jointly and severally liable for that matter. Yes? Now, next is the financial statements has to be prepared as per a specific law. Correct? The financial statement has to be prepared as per AFRF, which is nothing but accounting standards. Yes? The audit report should be as per the audit report. The report you are giving as an auditor should be as per standards on auditing or any other thing with the ICA gives, ICA pronouncement, guidelines and all of those things. For all these matters, they are jointly and severally. That the financial statements are following specific law, the financial statements are following all the accounting standards, which is the applicable financial reporting framework, and the audit report are as per standards on auditing. And also, whatever the ICA has given, any pronouncement, any guidelines, any circular, any notification, whatever the ICA has given, the auditors must follow. Correct? Yes? So, for all these things, everybody are jointly liable. So, who and all has joint responsibilities? All the auditors will have joint responsibilities in all these matters. What are the matters? For the work which is not divided, or for all the common audit areas, any matter which is brought by one person and accepted by everybody, in that case also they will be jointly responsible. And for all the financial statements, whether it is as per a particular law, whether the financial statements are as per accounting standards, which is AFRF, and the audit report is as per standards on auditing or any other guidelines or pronouncements by the ICAI. All of these should be followed now. Who is responsible? All the auditors are jointly responsible. Yes, clear till here? All of you clear? Shall I proceed forward? Now comes the problem. Say there are 5 auditors. If all the 5 auditors decide on one thing, that is, all the 5 auditors are saying, okay, adverse opinion, I am fine, then no problem. They will be giving an adverse opinion. No problem in that at all, correct? But all these 5 auditors, they are saying one person, I want to give unmodified. Another person, I want to give qualified. I want to give adverse. I want to give disclaimer. Now 50% still thinking, இதுக்கு மேல ஏதாவது இருக்கா? புதுசா நம்ம சொல்லலாம். எல்லாரும் already சொல்லிட்டாங்க. அப்படி சொல்லி 50% still thinking. Now here is the problem. What kind of report will they give if they want to give different opinion? Each auditor wants to give a different opinion. So for every geographical location, can I give different opinion? For every unit, can I give different opinion? For every period, 3 months once, can I change my opinion? Yes, can I change my opinion? Every 3 months once, can I change my opinion? Normally, if single auditor is going, if you find some fault in the second month, automatically you will say unmodified opinion, adverse or qualified, depending on the facts of the case. But here, there are different auditors. So in the second month, if he has a problem, he has to convince the auditor saying, boss, listen, here this is affecting the going concern itself, so automatically it is affecting for you. So if I am giving an adverse opinion, you also better give an adverse opinion. But these two, are saying clearly, get out of my office, I know what to do. I am also a chartered accountant. I did all my work and I am going to give unmodified. So in this case, there is a problem. Yes, there is a problem. In this problem, what they will do is, this guy will do one audit report, this guy will do another audit. In this case, there will be 2 audit reports. In that case, 5 auditors. How many audit reports? How many audit reports? 4 audit reports. And 4 opinions, this 50th person definitely has to come to either of these 4 things. So 4 audit reports will be given. Yes. Now, I am a stakeholder. I am a stakeholder. I am coming and reading that 4th person's auditor. For 4th person's audit report. What did he give? Disclaimer of opinion he has given. I am reading only this. How am I supposed to know what are the other things? Other things are also for that entity only, for that company only. I am supposed to learn about that entire company when I am looking at the audit report. Now when I am seeing the audit report, I am seeing only this opinion. I am not able to see clean report and all of those things. Now, how is this done? In this standard, they are saying, in case there is more than one auditor, up a joint audit, that time, in case they want to give more than one opinion, that means there is not consensus between the auditors, they want to give more than one opinion. Now, okay, let them give more than one opinion, but in a specific paragraph, please mention that this part is audited by another auditor and that another auditor has given this report. That report is saying this opinion. Appadine you please give a mention in your audit report. In 706, you saw OMP paragraph. In that OMP paragraph, this auditor would have written, listen here, my opinion is disclaimer of opinion, but listen, in this company, there are also 3 other auditors and 3 other auditors have given 3 other opinions. So, you please look at those 3 opinions also. In 706 OMP paragraph, now I am giving link from SA 299 to SA 706 OMP paragraph, please make note. If there is more than one opinion, then this auditor has to give link to all the other auditors' opinion in one paragraph called as other matter paragraph under SA 716. Clear, guys? Clear? Now I am explaining this whole thing. Audit reporting in the case of joint auditor, if they have a common opinion, then no problem. Then they will be giving a single audit report. But in case there is a difference in opinion, then they have to give separate audit reports for each opinion. And in the OMP paragraph, they have to link it to the other auditor's opinion so that the stakeholders get a whole picture. They get a full picture when they are looking at the audit report. Yes? Clear till here? Shall I proceed forward? How Sonia is there? Sonia, who is your best friend from class? Tell 3 others. Names. Maitri, I'll keep. Next. Madhu. Anisha. All Emma. Okay. These 4 are auditors. CA Sonia, CA Maitri, CA Madhu and CA Manisha. These 4 are chartered accountants. They have gone for joint audit. Now, they have some understanding between them. They are best friends. They studied together and they have become chartered accountants. They have some kind of an understanding. Now, Sonia has full expertise in sales. Maitri has full expertise in purchases. Madhu has full expertise in seeing the balance sheet items and Manisha is miscellaneous items. She always sees miscellaneous items whenever she goes for audit. So these 4 can share their expertise. Yes, you have seen 10 other audits only in sales. So in this audit also, if you are able to see sales, Sonia will be able to do the job better than all the other 3. So these 4 of them, they have come to a consensus and split the work between them based on the expertise they are all having. They will always have a mutual consultation. In case in purchases they have a problem, she can always contact Sonia, she can always contact Madhu because they are all friends. If there is any problem, they can consult with each other. Listen, cash receipts for me, this happened. Can you please check in your department? They can always consult with each other whenever there is a problem. Now, if one person itself has to do the entire work, there is high workload, correct? Because it is being split between 4 people, what is happening? Workload is becoming lesser. Now, all of these are advantages for going into the joint audit. What are the advantages? They can share their expertise. If they have any problem, they can have some kind of a mutual consultation between them. It will reduce the workload. Can I say it will increase the performance by reducing the workload? Can I say I can increase the performance? Full focus will be on sales only. I don't have to care about other things. So I can increase my performance in whichever area is assigned to me. Now, Sonia, if she has to do audit for all the four, she only has to do audit. What will be her staff cost? For HUL. You only have to do audit for each and everything, for everything under HUL. What will be your staff cost? Your fees is around, say, 20 crores. Fees is 20 crores. Staffing, how much staff do you have to put? Staff cost. At least 5 to 7 crores. Yes, 5 to 7 crores will be her staffing cost itself. Now, because she has split it into 4, what is happening to her staffing cost? This is also splitting into 4. This will become around 2 crores. Yes, this is also splitting into 4. Now, you all are having a doubt. Ma'am, then this 20 crores also splitting into 4, no ma'am. Full fees, I am not getting, no ma'am. Yes, that is a disadvantage. For every advantage you are having, there will definitely be a disadvantage. You have to forego of this money if you want to reduce your staffing cost and all of that. So advantage la staffing cost na, disadvantage la sharing of fees will be there. Sharing of fees. Now staffing cost is reducing. Can I say my overall cost will also reduce? My traveling cost, everything will reduce, correct? My software cost, I have to renew the software for another 1 year if I have to do all 4. Now means in trial version itself I can finish off in 3 months. So everything will increase if I am doing all by myself. So my overall cost itself will reduce. Yes. Now when they are studying itself these 4, what they will do? Hey, today which standard you studied? Oh, 300 series ma'am didn't finish, but you finished up. Sonia. Then what Maitri will tell, nee mattu anik 299 already padichittu vandala class ku. That's why I finished 300 series. So I am ready for ma'am's class. When she tells everything, now my revision is over in class itself. Maitri solva. So what is happening here? There is some kind of a competition between them. This is called as healthy competition. In audit also, they'll call, what? Are you going to finish the audit in 1 week? I still have a plan for 3 months. Other person will start speeding up the process. So that is called as healthy competition. Normally, if there is coordination between them, healthy competition will be high. So what are all the advantages I have told till now? They'll have expertise in their own field. So it will be easier for them to do the job. They can consult between each other. They can have mutual consultations. If they have doubt, they can ask the other person. This will reduce the workload. It will reduce cost, 2 types of cost. One is staffing cost and overall cost. My total cost itself will reduce. My performance will increase and there will always be a healthy competition. All of these are advantages of joint audit. Going for joint audit, these are my advantages. I told you, if there is an advantage, there will always be a disadvantage. What and all are the disadvantages of going? Who is the most sportive person? You new boy? Online, your name? Kailash. Kailash is a chartered accountant. He is going for this joint audit through some kind of a reference he has in KPMG. KPMG are also auditors and CA Kailash is also an auditor. Both of them are coming together to do this joint audit. He has a friend in KPMG who referred him. CA Kailash is there. He is very expert in this field. He will do this joint audit. So let us do together. Then somehow KPMG partner also, okay, fine, do something. And so he accepted. Now, both of them are joint auditors. What will happen here? What will happen here? If CA Kailash finds some problem and he goes and tells the partner of KPMG, listen sir, I did 100%, I didn't do sampling, I did 100%, I found this, I am going to give an adverse opinion, adverse opinion. If CA Kailash is going and telling KPMG, what will KPMG do? Rani, உனக்குலாம் சான்ஸ் கொடுத்ததே பெரிய விஷயம், நீ என்னடா அட்வான்ஸ் ஒப்பீனியன் கொடுக்குற, நான் சொல்றேன் நீ க்ளீன் ரிப்போர்ட் கொடுறா, நான் ஆல்ரெடி காசு வாங்கிட்டேன், நான் க்ளீன் ரிப்போர்ட் தான் கொடுக்க போறேன், உனக்கு சான்ஸ் கொடுத்தல க்ளீன் ரிப்போர்ட் கொடுத்துட்டு நீ போ. He will tell like that. What is happening here? There is no coordination between them. There is lack of coordination, problem of coordination. Then Kailash has a doubt. சரி யார்கிட்ட கேட்கறதுன்னு தெரியல, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 3 months நம்ம தான பண்றோம், நெக்ஸ்ட் 9 months அவங்க பண்றாங்களே, அவங்கள போய் கேட்போம் நம்மளோட. He is going and asking the doubt. What partner will tell? I am waiting for this opportunity. You are my joint auditor. You came for doubt. No, please come and sit here. அப்படின்னு சொல்லி he is explaining the doubt. He started at morning 9 a.m. At 9 p.m. he did not finish. He told, listen here, it's time. I have to go have dinner and go sleep. Tomorrow morning 9 a.m. you please come. I will tell you that. What is he doing here? He is showing his superiority complex. If he calls, Kailash should definitely go. Then only next time he will get audit. Next time he will get food. Next time he will get fees. Fees kadachada saapadu. Appo audit kaga seri poi da adum. Theriyadama ivanta doubt kete 9 a.m. daily av office la poi ukanda eppa audit mudikirudhu appdi solli avan thalayila kai vechittu. So what is happening here? KPMG will show superiority complex. Superiority problems will be there here. There will be problems of coordination and all of that. I already told you the biggest problem. If you are doing separately, single auditor, how much fees? 20 crores. Because you shared with your friends. Chinna vayasla irundha friends. Same padichom. How much you forgoed? You have to forgo 15 crores. You will get only 5 crores. So what is happening here? Fees is getting shared. This is the biggest disadvantage for joint audit. So whenever client comes and tells, sir, ours is a very big company, it's just to see if you are able to manage, sir, otherwise we'll go for joint audit, we'll appoint 3 more auditors. Now what you tell? No, நான் பாத்துக்கிறேன், fees மட்டும் எவ்வளவுன்னு சொல்லு, நான் staffing நான் பாத்துக்கிறேன், மத்ததெல்லாம் நான் பாத்துக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னு you will tell. Because this is the biggest disadvantage, that you have to share the fees. Now what is happening here? This story, 9 a.m. he went off. What superior told? Till 9 p.m. he was explaining. Then again 9 a.m. he came. Again till 9 p.m. he explained. Then he told, listen, now only we finished the trailer. You please come for main picture tomorrow at 7 a.m. itself. Rumba lengtha pogudu. Basically he is wasting his time. 7 a.m. he came. Again till 9 p.m. போயிட்டே இருக்கு. Still not over. Now only half over. Again come at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Again he went at 7 a.m. Again went at 9 p.m. 1 week they wasted like this. After 1 week, what he told, listen, now I have explained everything to you. You please make a summary and share. I will check whether you understood everything. Now he wasted another 1 week to make the summary and share to me. Next, what is happening? He is telling, okay, now you understood everything. 2 days is enough for you to conduct the audit. In the 3rd day from now, I want the audit report. 3rd day from now, audit report has to be submitted to the client. Correct? It's time. Nama plan பண்ணும்போதே we decided that in 3 weeks this should get over. Plan பண்ணும்போதே we decided in 3 weeks this whole audit should get over. Now we are in the 3rd week. Now 3rd day, maximum 4th day. Okay, you're a small boy, first time you're doing this kind of audit and all, you will not understand. Now only you understood the process. Extra 1 day I'll give you. 4 days you have. You please prepare the audit report and you please send it to the client. He's thinking, what is happening here? ஆல்ரெடி லாஸ்ட் 1 வீக் அப்படியே 7 மணிக்கு போய் 9 மணிக்கு வீட்டுக்கு வந்து சாப்பிடாம தூங்காம ஃபுல்லா வேலை செஞ்சு now again I have to work for audit report. First of all எனக்கு கண்டென்ட்டே இல்ல. What I will write in that audit report? I have to first conduct the audit to write something in the audit report. I have not even conducted the audit. Full 2 weeks I've been looking at his face like that. Nothing I understood. He just wasted my time. அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஃபுல்லா அப்படியே it went above his head. So many psychological problems will happen. That is the disadvantage. If there is no coordination, psychological problems will always happen. One person, they will show superiority complex. Other person, okay. And the mari vechale, there will be a lot of psychological problems. Anybody going for articleship? Nobody going for articleship. So you don't know about these words and all. Once you go for articleship, in the word la daily use பண்றது day to day language, psychological problems will automatically come. Call பண்ணி இன்னைக்கு என்ன கடுப்பேத்தலாம் அப்படினா you will start itself. How was your day? La கிடையவே கிடையாது. How bad was your day? Only you will start itself. So all these psychological problems you will be facing once there is a superiority complex and all in your entity. So here, what are all the disadvantages we saw till now? First one, major disadvantages. Fees will get shared. Second, psychological problems. You will not forget. Psychological problems. Third, there will be superiority complex. Edunala psychological problems is coming because of superiority complex. There will not be proper coordination between them. Problem of coordination between those people. Next, when they are planning, they have split it. First 3 months, Kailash has to do. Next 9 months, KPMG will be doing. Here, they have clear-cut liabilities. First 3 months, who has to do? Kailash has to do. Next 9 months, who has to do? KPMG has to do. It is very clear, correct? Something happened here. Here something happened. That is, what happened was on 1st April, 3 months now, how many months? 1st April, 30th June, correct? On 29th June, there was a sale which happened, but cash was collected and invoice also was made on 1st of July. Now, what Kailash will tell? This is your problem because invoice date is 1st July. It's falling under your period. What KPMG will tell? Excuse me, sale was done on 29th June. That means Saraku or factory it has gone out. That means, did you check that register? Outward register, stock has gone out. So it is your problem. Now there is some problem in this period. So uncertainty about the liability arises. Who is liable for which part? It arises. So the disadvantage is, even though clear cut you have told the date, but companies will not always operate as per how you have fixed it. Will company put a line there and say 30th June whatever is there you please finish it, 1st July fresh start for them? It is just another month. Business will keep happening. So here there is a problem as to how to split this liability which is happening here. So this liability, will you identify in the planning stage itself? It's not possible for you to identify this liability in the planning stage. This is a general disadvantage in joint audit. Not only KPMG versus Kailash. Generally in joint audits itself, when they are splitting the responsibility, there will be something where you cannot split or you don't know when you are splitting. So those problems arises. That is also a disadvantage. Uncertainty about the liability. Who is responsible for what? There is a full confusion in this area. That is called as uncertainty for the liability. We told that there will be few common concerns. What are the common concerns? For what are they jointly responsible? Joint responsibility for the work which is not divided. For the common audit areas, any matter which is brought by one and accepted by everybody, that there is no problem here, because that person will never accept whatever Kailash is bringing. Then all the financial statements, whether it is prepared as per applicable laws and regulations, financial statements are as per all the accounting standards, which is nothing but AFRF, and the audit report is as per all the pronouncements and guidelines of ICAI and the standards on auditing. So these are all the common concerns, correct? These common concerns, if there is no proper coordination between them, if there is no proper understanding between them, automatically these common concerns will get neglected. That is also a disadvantage for joint audit. Now we saw advantages and disadvantages for joint audit. What and all we have seen till now. First, joint audit means you are splitting the work. Instead of one person doing all the work, you are splitting the work, and more than one joint auditor, more than one auditor is coming and doing the work. That is called as joint audit. Now next what we saw, now if you are splitting it, who is responsible for? For all the work which is divided, that auditor, that work. For the work which is not divided, everybody will be jointly responsible. Who and for what and all, they will have joint responsibilities. Those 6 points are there. Now the problem comes when they are giving the report. If all the auditors in consensus, if they want to give a single report, no problem, they will give that report. But if they want to give more than one opinion, then they will be giving more than one opinion, and they will be giving more than one report, but reference to the other reports has to be given in other matter paragraph as per SA 706. Next we saw the advantages and disadvantages of joint audit. Now in this standard SA 299, did I tell you the name and the number of the standard? Number is SA 299, name is Joint Audit of Financial Statements. Joint Audit of Financial Statements. Now, there are a few considerations which you have to consider, special considerations which you have to consider, which is given as part of the standard itself. Before you enter into joint audit, it is better you do all these things so that there are no confusions in the future. What and all you have to do before you enter into joint audit. So normally when you go for audit, what is the first thing you will be doing? Engagement letter. After you do the engagement letter, you are the single auditor. You are doing the engagement letter, perfect. First thing you will be doing is the engagement letter. After that, what and all you will be doing? What and all you will be doing? Expressing directly you will express an opinion after doing the engagement letter? No. You will perform the audit procedures. How will you know which audit procedure to perform for what? Directly we go for physical verification of inventory. Okay, you are going and asking him, sir, I came for physical verification of inventory. Sir, inventory is in Kashmir. Why you came here today? First, what you will do? Who was that? First, you have to make a plan. First, you have to make a plan. Only if there is a plan, all the other auditors who are involved in the joint audit, they will know exactly what they have to do in joint audit. In your life itself, first you have to plan. You all have planned that you will write it Jan 25. So, before this, for 6 months, that is 6 months. From June 24, you have to plan till Jan 25. Now we are in June 24. We have only 6 months for your exam. So, for this 6 months period, you have to plan. Leave off the last 1 month, that is only for revising. So, you have 5 months to study. Still, 2 more months classes will go on. 2 more months classes will go on. Yes, you have only 3 months for yourself to study. So from now itself, if you are able to plan, you know that by the end of Jan, you will know that exams are over. By the starting of Jan, you will know that okay, I have prepared for so much, I am ready for the exam. So, எதை பண்ணாலும் plan பண்ணி பண்ணணும். Planning is very, 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 very important. So here coming to joint audit, come out of your fear and all. This fear I did not see the very first day when I asked how many days are there. You are all like 1 year. 1 year is there? Otherwise you are asking between yourselves. Now, oh June vanduchu, 6 months only is there. Oh, and fear is coming. Now listen here, for joint audit also, they have to make a plan. In the plan, they will have something called as overall audit strategy. Overall audit strategy. All the plans will come under this overall audit strategy. For now, you can remember this overall audit strategy as the broad plan. This is the broad plan. This will tell the direction for your audit. In 300 series, you will learn more about planning. That's why I always keep 300 series near the exam so that you can relate better. Now listen here, overall audit strategy will give you the direction for the audit. Plans here will give you all the small plans, all the timelines which you are all making. Now, in this plan which you are making, who should be involved? Who should be involved? For an engagement, who are the people who are there? Who? Okay, auditor and client is there. In the auditor's office, who and all are there? There will be a engagement partner and there will be people working under him. These people I will call as engagement team. Now this engagement team also must be involved in the planning process. Joint audit normally what will happen, engagement partner will call some manager, 1 or 2 managers, and try to understand last year this happened, okay, this year also similar to that only will happen. So based on that we'll make the plan. So they'll finish that plan and give it to the engagement team. Engagement team will just follow the plan. For joint audit, specifically they are saying, SA 299 is saying, when you are planning itself, you please involve your engagement team members also. So the planning must be done by engagement partner and the engagement team member. There should definitely be an overall audit strategy. Without knowing a direction as to how you have to conduct the audit, what is the scope of this audit, how can you make the plan? So definitely there should be an overall audit strategy, and next they will be making the plans. And in the plan, who and all will be involved? The engagement partner and also the engagement team members must be involved. When should they do this overall audit strategy, plan and all? First audit start பண்ணி பாப்போம் எங்க இருந்தாது inventory and மாதிரி ஏதாவது start பண்ணுவோம் ஒரு 2-3 item பாப்போம் மேல கீழன்னு பாப்போம். After that we'll do the plan. Then we'll have a understanding. Should we do like that? Or before we start, we have to do a plan. Because normally what you guys will do, சரி இன்னைக்கு audit எடுத்தாங்களா audit பாப்போம். நாளைக்கு அக்கவுண்ட்ஸ் எடுக்கறாங்களா அக்கவுண்டிங்கும் பாப்போம் எதுக்கெல்லாம் போட்டெல்லாம் பார்த்துக்கிட்டா கிளாஸ்ல போட்டோம் பாப்போம் அக்கவுண்டிங் will just see, will read accounts. You will do like that. Then after 2-3 months, that time only 3-4 months will be remaining for exam. Only 3 months will be remaining for exam. That time you will realize, okay, now let's make something called as plan. So 3-month plan, you will Google and all. Is there any 3-month plan for CA intermediate course? There is actually even 15 days plan for CA intermediate course. 15 days, they will finish the subject. If you Google for 3 days plan, that is also Google. Every plan will be there in Google, in YouTube, especially if you see, if you ask them, schedule for 3 days to finish entire inter, it will be there. Schedule for 10 days to finish entire inter, it will be there. Schedule for 6 months, everything will be there. So they know at what stage they are planning. But what stage you are supposed to plan? Before you open your books, you are supposed to plan. In audit also, before you go for audit, before the audit commences, you are supposed to plan. Yes. So for the plan, you have to plan before the audit commences. There will be something called as Overall audit strategy, which sets the tone of the audit, which sets the direction of the audit, which sets the scope of the audit, that should be available. Under the overall audit strategy, there will be something called as audit plan, and for that audit plan, the engagement partner along with the engagement team has to be involved. Now, will you know what is the ROM before start of audit? Risk of material misstatement, will you know before the start of the audit, or will you go as clean slate, or will you have some idea? Of course, it is not possible for you to know 100%. What is risk of material misstatement? Risk of material misstatement. You know that in this area, there is a chance of a mistake being happened. There is a chance of a mistake which has happened. So that is called as risk of material mistake. When you are planning itself, do you know, based on your past experience, based on previous financial statements and all, will you know about this risk of material mistake? After your audit, what is the purpose of this risk of material mistake? நீ ஆடிட்டே முடிச்சிட்டேனா 100% உனக்கு தெரியும் இங்கதான் ரிஸ்க்னு, உனக்கு 100% தெரியும் அங்கதான் ப்ராப்ளம். தட் இஸ் நாட் ரிஸ்க், தட் இஸ் த ப்ராப்ளம். But the risk of material misstatement means before you do the audit, you are having some kind of a notion that in this place, chances of mistakes happening is more. So when will you know this risk of material misstatement? Before the audit, it will keep increasing. Risk will keep increasing when you are doing the audit. Yes, but before you start the audit, based on the past experiences with yourself and also based on the previous financial statement which is audited by you or some other auditor also, you will have access to that, correct? When you look at that, you know that risk of material misstatement is high. So before you start your audit, all the joint auditors, please come together and discuss about this factor, discuss about the risk of material misstatement. You have to document everything. Yes, you have to document everything. You please document the nature, extent and timing of your audit with regard to two things. What are all the common areas you are going to audit, and what are all the specific areas which is allotted to this auditor. You please document the nature, extent and timing. You plan mindle pannaga, then you put pen and paper. I told you, once you write, it is very important. Once you write only, you will know exactly what you have to do. Because if it is in your head, you will keep changing it. You will think today you will finish essay 299. If it is just in your head, okay, tomorrow morning before I go to class, I will finish. But if you are writing, you will write exactly 9 p.m. dinner, 9 to 11 study, 11 p.m. close. Now you will know 11 p.m. you have to close. Once you write it, it will become detailed and you will know exactly what you have to do. That's why I told you have to journal, you have to make a plan. Please put pen to paper. So here also in joint audit, they are saying, don't keep it in your head. Just don't have a phone conversation between all the auditors and finish it off. Please document exactly the nature of what and all you are going to audit, the extent, how much you are going to audit. Are you going to dive deep? Are you going to take samples? Or are you just going to take 100% of all these bills? You have to check all those things before itself. You please plan the timings. 3 weeks time audit. You please plan for the entire 3 weeks. So you please plan everything and put it pen to paper. You document everything. So please document the nature, extent and timing of the audit for two things, for all the common areas and also for the allocated areas. There will be something called as EL. What is EL? Engagement letter. This engagement letter, if there are 5 auditors, how many engagement letters will be there? Think properly. Go to essay 210 and think. If there are 5 auditors, if there are 10 auditors, how many engagement letters will be there? 5 engagement letter or 1 engagement letter? Or based on the opinion, 4 opinions, 4 engagement letter. Options 1, 5, 4, all of the above. 1 or 5 or 4 or all? 1, For every engagement, first itself, what did we say? For every engagement, it will have a engagement letter. It will have a engagement letter. So single engagement letter for single engagement. So here the engagement is only one. So please have only one engagement letter. So if there is one engagement letter, what kind of coordination is required between Kailash and KPMG? You yourself. Yes. Next, there is something called as MRL. What is MRL? Management Representation Letter. Management Representation Letter EL is prepared by, engagement letter is prepared by auditors. I told you, you all come and write, type that engagement letter will be one of your first jobs if you are going to a Big 4. So engagement letter is prepared by an auditor. Management representation letter is prepared by the management. They are representing that the financial statements are following these things. The financial statements have followed all the accounting standards. Financial statements are going concern. Financial statements are consistent. All the accounting policies are consistent. All those things will be written in that management representation. Engagement letter management 10 vaatiya represent panni letter kuduppa. Management representation letter will also be one only. Engagement letter one, management representation also one. This is the most important thing. What happened? Period is split between Kailash and KPMG. Kailash, how many periods? 3 months. KPMG, period is split. Okay. Now KPMG is having around 25 people or say 50 people on this audit. Kailash is having one person on this audit, which is himself, CA Kailash. So he thought, I am a chartered accountant, I can manage. He came. Kailash came. Now, after conducting the audit, after finishing the audit, everything, they saw that Jan audit was completed. January audit was completed. Feb and March not completed. April to March fully completed. April to March is whose? KPMG's, correct? Jan to March is whose? Sorry, I started from Jan. Sorry, that's why you got confused. April is completed. May, June not done. July to March fully completed. Now understood? July to March is KPMG's. April is first month of the audit, Kailash. Now May and June, in the initial discussion itself, there was some kind of a problem. Should Kailash do 1 month or 3 months? Kailash is a single person. KPMG has 50 people. So client itself was thinking 1 month mattum Kailash kuduklama. Remaining fully KPMG will take care. Or 3 months should I give to Kailash? Will he able to take care? This problem was persistent from the beginning for the client. Somehow they came to a consensus and they decided with KPMG, okay fine, you please do this 9 months. But proper intimation to Kailash was not given. What is happening here? Kailash will be doing only for 1 month, but he is expected to do for 3 months. First length, this problem is going on. 1 na 3 1 na 3 1 na 3 Kailash thungumbodhu adhe vandute irukkum 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3. Okay, it can't be 13, so it is 1 only. Appadi solli he decided himself and he finished for this 1. This remaining 2, it is not done at all. Now in the end, if this problem comes, what will happen? So you please have something called as work allocation document. Your engagement letter is 1, your MRL is 1, everything is 1. So he also thought, okay, for me also 1 month, and he did for April. May and June fully gone. So please have something called as work allocation document. In that document, please write specifically, you are responsible for this, I am responsible for this, and both of you sign here. So this is like a contract. நீ இந்த வேலையெல்லாம் பண்ணி நான் இந்த வேலையெல்லாம் பண்றேன், நீ இந்த கோட்டை தாண்டி நீயும் வரக்கூடாது நானும் வரமாட்டேன், பேச்சாதான் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி they will finish it. That is called as Work allocation document. This also compulsorily has to be signed before commencement or middle of commencement or after finishing the audit. Before the commencement itself, please sign the work allocation document. He should not cross that line. I will also not cross this line. This is the line. Update you please draw the line and please get it signed from whichever party is feeling more. 2 parties, not 2, 5 parties, not 5. So how many other parties are involved? You please get it signed. Now coming to the first question. How many auditors can be there? Can 1000 auditors be there? As per standard, yes. But is it possible for you to do all these things? Coordination, proper coordination with them, proper planning with them, work allocation document, signing. So, based on the nature, based on the complexity, based on the size of the organization, you please come to a decent number. 10 is fine, 5 is fine. I'll show you how an audit report will look, how they will sign in an audit report. I'll show you. No. But standard is not saying, but all this is said. You can't be. I'll show you. Normally, okay, this I did not tell you. Normally, joint audit yenga irukuna for all these big corporations, for all these big companies, they don't need joint audit because they will go to Big 4. Big 4 are also there in every location. Pune or Big 4 irukku, Bombay or KPMG irukku, Chennai or KPMG irukku, Bangalore or KPMG irukku, Kerala or KPMG irukku, ella state liyum KPMG irukku. உனக்கு எந்த ஸ்டேட்ல பிசினஸ் இருக்கு, அந்தந்த ஸ்டேட்ல நான் ஏன் ஆளை வச்சு பார்த்துக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னு they will be telling. Normally this joint auditors who will go na for bank, they will want the opinion of different people. So banks are the ones which will normally go for joint audit. I didn't take the example of banks for convenience sake. From the beginning I've been telling companies cannot go for joint audit. Companies can also go for joint audit. It's not like that. But predominantly banks are the ones who will be going for joint audit. Now I'll show you SBI audit report. Able to see the screen? Independent auditors report. Only one person has signed. Okay, let's check HDFC Bank. The independent auditors report of HDFC Bank Limited. Now I'm coming to the sign. How many auditors have signed this report? How many? Swapnil Kale, or partner with this membership number. MSKA and Associates, who's having some firm registration number. Nisam & Co. LLP, he is also having some another firm who's having a FRN. Sanjay Kemani, he is having another firm. So 4 partners have to come together and they will be signing one audit report. This is called a joint audit. HDFC joint audit. State Bank of India also, I remember last that I'm showing joint auditor. You please go home and see State Bank of India, Bank of India, all those things you please see. Who are the auditors? Or 5 names, 10 names will be there. You please go home and check. Alright, you saw how it was? 4 auditors are signing the same audit report. That means what? That means they are all giving the same opinion. If the same audit report is being signed by so many auditors, that means the opinion expressed by all of them is same. Otherwise, they'll be giving different audit reports, and in OMP paragraph, they will mention what the other auditors have. Yes, normally, I have not seen an audit report where they've given different opinions. Where there is a fight, they will quit and go. They will not keep fighting and say, you give advice, I will. It shows the reputation of chartered accountants. So normally they will not be giving different opinions, different audit reports. But if it is that, standard is having a provision. If you are having a, please give your own audit. Simply, standard is giving a provision. Now this is the SA 299 joint audit of financial statements. Welcome back, guys. Please start writing the summary notes. It should ideally get over in a single side. It's a small standard, no problem. But still, chinna chinnada eludhu, kutti kuttiya eludhu, gundu gunda eludada. Start off with the name and number. SA 299 joint audit of financial statements. Joint audit of financial statements. Under that, you please write divided based on. Divided based on 5 things you all know. Please write assets and liabilities, income and expenditure, geographical location, units, period. 5 things, please write. Next, right, okay, if they have divided everything, who has what responsibility? Responsibility question mark. Now write, work divided, if work is divided, right, that auditor, that work. Work not divided, all auditors jointly responsible, joint or combined responsibilities. If work is divided, that auditor, that work. If work is not divided, joint responsibility or combined responsibility. Now, joint responsibility, for what are the cases you will be having? There are how many points? 6 points are there for joint responsibility. For all the work which is not divided, for the common audit areas, any matter brought by one person and accepted by all. Next 3 easy points. Financial statements are as per all the applicable laws and regulations. Financial statements are as per AFRF and the audit report is as per ICAI. ICAI pronouncements, guidelines and essays. Please write all 3. When you are writing the summary notes, are you feeling some kind of a clarity? Yes. That is very important. That is why in every class, 15 to 20 minutes, we dedicate it for summary notes. You will get better clarity when you are writing the summary notes with your own hands, putting pen to paper. Very important. I always tell that. Please write. Have you finished the 6 points in joint responsibilities? Yes? Now coming to audit report in case of joint audit. Please write in middle of the paper. Middle of the paper, audit report in the case of joint audit. Split it into 2. In the first split, write single opinion, common opinion. If they are all having a common opinion, then no problem at all. One audit report, single audit report, or a common audit report. If there is a common opinion, common audit report. But if in case there is a difference in opinion, 4 auditors giving 4 different opinions, then there has to be separate audit report. But stakeholders has to get a full information when they are looking at the audit report. So in your audit report, you will be giving a reference to other audit reports in OMP paragraph essay 706. Please write that. Refer to other reports and mention in OMP paragraph. Please write that. Clear, guys? Now coming to the advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages of joint audit? What are the disadvantages? Right, side to side, side to side. Advantages, disadvantages. The first one, they can use their expertise. Whoever is expert in whichever field, they can use their expertise. They can have mutual consultations between them in case of doubts. It reduces the workload, increases the performance. That is the fourth point. Reduces the workload. So they will be focusing on only their work. So it increases their performance. There are two kinds of cost which is reduced. Reducing of staffing cost and also reducing of the total cost. Overall cost is also getting reduced. There is always some kind of a healthy competition between them. Healthy competition between them. What are the disadvantages? The first one, fees and psychological problems. Very easy, you will definitely write. After that, psycho problems. After that, superiority complex, general superiority complex. When will psychological problems arise? When there is a superiority complex. There is always a constant problem for coordination. Coordination is a constant problem. All the common concerns get neglected. Common concerns get neglected. The last one is, who is responsible for what? That is always uncertain. What liability they have, that is always uncertain. The sixth one, uncertainty for liability. Sixth is uncertainty for liability. Fifth is common concerns get neglected. Fourth is proper coordination, lack of proper coordination. Third is superiority complex. Two is psychological problems. And first is fees is getting shared. Done. Coming to the special considerations, last part. Special consideration regarding joint audit. All these special consideration in this standard is talking about the things you have to do before you get into the audit. So in bracket, please write before audit commences. All the points are with that, like that. Correct? First one, they should have a overall audit strategy. Overall audit strategy, it sets the tone of the audit. It sets the scope, timing, direction of the audit. That is called as overall audit strategy. Under overall audit strategy, plans has to be made, and that plan has to involve engagement team members along with the engagement partner. This plan has to be done before the commencement of the audit. Before the commencement, this plan has to be done. What is the fourth one? Before you start the audit, you will find the areas of risk, which is called as risk of material misstatement, has to be identified before you start the audit, and this has to be done by all the auditors who are involved in the joint audit. You have to also document it. You have to document the nature, extent and timing of the plan for all your common audit areas and also for the specific audit allocations, specific areas allocated to you for the audit. How many points in total? 7 points. 6 is talking about engagement letter and MRL. There will be only one. Work allocation document has to be signed by everybody so that everybody knows what are their duties and responsibilities. That is all for SA 299, Joint Audit of Financial Statements. Are you getting some kind of a clarity? Yes, broader picture when you are actually putting everything pen to paper. Yes, guys, all of you. Yes, able to appreciate the subject, able to understand it thoroughly. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask me, guys.